Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be planning for the month of April. For those of you who are just joining us, April is my monthly plan actually focuses more on my budget, and so I use a zero-based cash budgeting system, and part of that is identifying which of my paychecks are going to cover which bills. Any extra money that I have that is left in my account after my bills are identified, that money is then withdrawn in cash. Feel free to watch one of my cash planning or cash stuffing videos, and that'll kind of take you through the rest of the process with what I do with the cash that I withdraw. This part here, though, is really to help me identify on my monthly planner that which of my bills are going to come out of which pay. I do that in my planner mainly because it just makes it nice and easy for me to visualize. I typically use different colors of boxes to identify that. So for example, on my sheet here, you'll see I've got it broken up into 3 buckets. So I get paid on the 11th and the 25th. And so anything in this bucket is going to be covered by my pay of the 11th. So I want to identify those in the same color. Anything on this area is paid out of my pay for the 25th of April. And then this one is from a pay in March. So it's just identifying that in a different color. So I'll use 3 different colors here. I'm going to be using Mojo Jojo Plans. I think probably the black and the gray, there's multiple shades in here, so I'm going to use some variation. I did use these amazing stickers before, not all of these, but these are from Planning with Kay. So I bought the digital download and then printed it off in sticker paper. And then, so I'm going to be using some of these on the monthly planner. I absolutely love these. I feel like they just embody spring. And Planning with Kay is just a fantastic artist. She draws all her own stickers, and yeah, I love the look of these. So fresh, yellow and purple, just look so great together. So okay, so let's get started. We're gonna start off with doing the boxes, just because, like I said, this is a functional spread for me. It's not just all about decorating. I want to make sure that I get the right size boxes in each of the days. So we're going to start off. I hadn't actually picked the boxes I was going to use. So I'm just going to kind of put these side by side. I think these are all the same color. I don't really need to pick and choose, but I am going to use black, gray, and then probably this. I think I'm going to use these 2 lighter grays. Just trying to see what I've used the most of. Yeah, definitely the lightest gray for sure is going to be one of my bigger ones. Just because I love these gray boxes. I need to buy like 50 more of these books because I use them so often. So we're going to use the light gray, I think, here. And then we'll use the black here, and then up here will be one of the other ones. So thankfully, so this is 1, 2, and then 1. Okay, and of course my book's already falling apart, so I might as well just take this out. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these on the first. I am covering up the April Fool's Day just because I don't really use, like I said, this isn't for keeping track of holidays. And then we'll use another one on the 10th. And I need a double box on the second. Okay. So my taxes, they come out on the 1st of each month. So always need to put that there. Gym is every second Wednesday. We have bi-weekly payments. Oh, actually, so I forgot to write that down on the 30th. I'll just put it there just so I know I have 4 things I need to identify. That tells me I'll use one of the bigger boxes. And then on the 10th, RESP. So for those of you who don't know what that is, that's Registered Education Savings Plan. So it's money that I put away each month for my children to go to university or college or whatever they want to do for higher learning after high school. They're pretty young still. Like my oldest is in grade 7. So he's got a few more years, but I definitely want to make sure that I am saving for him. Okay, so on the 11th is a new pay. So we're going to identify that with a different color. So I'm going to use these lighter colors here. So 1, 2, 3. I'll use one of these boxes. Ugh, it's crooked. And then bank fees on the 15th is just getting 1. Same with on the 16th for the gym. And then I need a 2 for internet and insurance. And that is on the 21st. So this is also my payday on the 11th. I think I mentioned that earlier. I am on a, me personally, I'm on a bi-weekly pay. Whereas my husband is paid monthly. So it changes where we allocate money. So this one, we try and do a little bit more on some of our bills here. So for example, our taxes are pretty high. I think it's like $360. And then our insurance is also really high because that's house and both of our cars. So that's probably in the 400s. So we want to make sure that we're always allocating these on different pays so that we make sure taxes will also come out of this pay on the 25th because I think my next pay after that is whatever. So I do account for that like when it gets time to do the 25th cash planning. I also need to take into account any that go into May, which is typically around here. I think my first pay in May is going to be on the 9th. So I'll definitely probably have these ones. This one might fall into my next my next pay. So for the one on the 9th, for May 9th. So I just need to make sure to, when I'm doing my planning for the 25th, I am taking into account any bills that come out for the beginning of May as well. LOC, that's my line of credit. We got a new, yeah. So when we bought our house, we did a whole bunch of renovations. And so we also got a line of credit just to make sure that, if we needed to do any more renovations during that period, we could. And so we're just still paying that off. So it's taken a little while, but thankfully it's just interest right now. That's what we have to pay. But I do want, it's only, I think $10,000. So it needs to be paid off soon, but, well, not necessarily soon because we're not selling our house. It needs to be paid off by the time we sell our house. But I want to pay it off soon so we don't have to pay that interest. My money I'd rather go to putting my money for things I need rather than paying a bank. Okay, and the last one is luck. So we need 2 bigger boxes and a tiny one. So I'll go ahead and use the tiny one. That one's going to be on the 28th. We'll use 2 of these boxes for the 25th and the 30th. There we go. Okay, so that is all the functional stuff. Oh, I didn't write down my paydays. So I've got this book from Happy Planner, The Bright Budget. I think I definitely need something different. I'm just going to throw these stickers on here to indicate a payday. Okay, now I get to do the fun stuff. So these stickers, like I said, are from Planning with Kay. I did use them in a different spread, a weekly spread earlier on, and just absolutely fell in love with them. So I bought the monthly kit as well. I'm not going to be using all of these. Definitely there's not enough room for them. It would take up way too much space, but I did, so I don't have a Cricut or anything like that. So I actually had to X-Acto it. If you watched my last video where I did these stickers, I did it on camera. It was painful. I decided to cut them, the ones I was hoping to use ahead of time. So you don't need to watch me fumble along and figure this out. So I haven't exactly planned out where I'm putting things, but I do know I want to use one of these down here, although that might, now that I'm looking at it, might be a little bit too big. These are so pretty. Either way, I know I am for sure using this one. We are going to put this right here. I know I normally do a financial goals on this side. I don't think I'm going to do that this month just because I don't really have the ability to move any extra money. It's my husband's slow period, so our income is going to be down. So it's really just about surviving right now, and making sure that we are able to pay all of our bills and to survive. So I was going to use one of these here, but like I said, I think that's a little big. So I've also got this one, and I think this one might fit better. So, but I may have to cut it a little bit. My scissors. So something like that. And something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, that fits way better. It is so pretty. I am in love with these stickers. I think I'm gonna have to find reasons to use them more often. Okay. And I think I can use something bigger there as well. I didn't cut out this one, but I think that's the one I want to use there. Okay. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to watch me fumble along for a minute while I cut this out. I've gotten a little bit better at it, but not, definitely not the greatest. Okay. See, sometimes I do press down a little bit. I cut through. That's why I am using this, so that I don't cut my new desk. Well, not new. I guess I've had it for about 4 months, but I love it, and I do not want to wreck it. Put that there. I do think I need a little something there, something yellowy. Okay, maybe we'll leave that alone. But I do want to use this one. Oops. This one is not liking me. All right, I'll try this one. That's one thing I found last time as well, is when I cut too deep, it's very hard to get the sticker off of sticker paper. Whereas if I did it lighter, it's not as bad. I think I need more honey. Maybe I'll cut that one. One of the things I like about the straight edges is I can use my ruler and I find the ruler, it helps guide me. Of course, hexagons. Not the easiest to cut, just it's a lot of moving the ruler around. There we go. Let's see if this will. Oh, perfect. Okay. I love this. I do feel like it needs a little bit of yellow. I don't think my last spread I didn't use a lot of yellow. I think that yellow's too bright. I need kind of like an orangey yellow. Oh, this one actually is perfect. I'm just gonna put this up here. And just to make this go all the way. And I'll use an X-Acto knife for that. liking it already. There we go. So I'm just going to cut this a little bit. Oh, I love that. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I am so excited to use this. I love this sticker set, Planning with Kay. She's just so talented in creating all of these stickers, all from scratch on her YouTube channel. She's actually got a really, some really great videos on, she does bullet journals, typically for her planning, but these work well with not only bullet journals, but even with Happy Planner vertical style. Haven't tried it in any of the other ones, so I only have the one style planner. So I'm very excited to play with these, but feel free to go to her website, Planning with Kay, www.planningwithkay.com, and grab these stickers. They are so gorgeous. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks, everyone.